G'day fish tankers, Jason here, Perth Cichlids. Today we're going to look at some signs of are your fish colour fed, mostly peacocks, and we're going to meet our first YouTuber from across the ocean, so that'll be cool as well. And then we'll finish off by having a little look around the room, so stay tuned.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Thumbs up if you like it.
G'day you mob, Blackie here from Dr. Black 66. You're watching Jace from Perth Cichlids. You know why you're here, because Jace has got the goods. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, so we're looking at some colour fed peacocks here. If we have a look at the head, you can see it's almost like glowing. Telltale sign. And then you have a look at the body. This one's fed a colour enhancer that colour enhances greens and blues. So you can see the green and blue throughout the body. These are female peacocks and were grey before I started colour feeding. If you bought these fish and took them home, in 2 to 3 weeks they'd start to lose the colour and be female colours again. So I will take you to a tank of a male that isn't colour fed, and I'll show you what the females should look like. So here we go, here's one of my male peacocks. You can see the blue in the face is nowhere near what the other fish I just showed you is. This has just been fed a bulk flake. This is what the female should look like. And she's ready to spit those babies. I just saw her open her mouth and there was eyes. So those colour fed peacocks I just showed you, they look like this probably 14 days ago. So you can take a $5 fish and turn it into a $45 fish. So on a good quality food you will see coloration to the female's fins, but that's as far as it should go. The blue in the face should not happen. So I'll take you to my next peacock tank and show you the male there as well.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Thumbs up if you like it. What?
So I'm just going through some of the emails I've been sent back. I sent out about 50 emails asking people their thoughts on colour enhancing foods and colour fed foods, and here's one response we've got. Shows you to feed a good protein diet, about 38%, and then you've got the ingredients to bring out your yellows and reds and oranges, and also things like krill and other shrimp to help promote colour in fish. So this PSB seems to be in all of the colour enhancing foods. It stands for synthetic bacteria. So there you go. Pause that and have a read. That's another email response I got. The PSB could be an ingredient that does turn the fins pointed. I've noticed that some of the rounded fins do go pointed, and we're trying to work out what ingredient does that, and this might be it. It doesn't seem harmful, so have a read up on PSB, or I will have videos on this in the near future. So I'm going to probably leave the colour food discussion probably there, because I am going to go in depth a bit more. I am going to feed 8 to 10 of the better quality colour enhancing foods to some fish, and they'll all be set up in the same conditions, and we're going to see which ones do what to what fish. So that should be interesting. So that will be coming out over the next couple of months, and I'll be doing some research for the next 12 months, so stay tuned for that. So we're going to cross over to our first overseas intro. It's a goldfish room, so check this out.
Hi, I'm Megan Newbacker. My channel is my name, Megan Newbacker. I know it's a little bit of an odd one, but it makes me very easy to find. My main focus on my channel is goldfish rescue, goldfish information, helping people give their goldfish the best lives possible. I love doing that with all animals, I always have, but I have a particular connection to goldfish because they are one of the most domesticated breeds of fish. They really are, but they're also the most abused form of fish, and possibly the most abused pet ever. They're just terribly abused. So I started taking in surrenders. I would just put ads on Craigslist, really non-judgmentally, saying, hey, I know you think you get the goldfish in the fair, you think it can be in the bowl, and now you're stuck with it. You can bring it to me. And yeah, so I take in as many as I can to be healthy and safe still, and I've gotten some really beautiful rescue goldfish, and I do mention my other pets in my channel sometimes. I have several Cares species, and if you don't know what Cares aquatic species are, they are basically fish that are critical or endangered or extinct in the wild, usually due to habitat. You know, it's us, you know, always. And that there isn't major conservation going on in zoos. So it's basically this group of dedicated hobbyists keeping these fish breeding and going in the industry. And so those are pretty cool. And I do talk about them sometimes, as well as my dogs, my degus, my cat, and my box turtle, Mr. Turtleson. But mostly I focus on goldfish because I just feel that they are so wonderful and so misunderstood, and really just like they're these gorgeous, intelligent fish that can live for years and years and years if we take care of them right. And my channel is all about pet love. That's what it comes down to. I say at the end of every single one of my videos, love your pets and they will love you back. And I truly believe that. Behind me for this little clip has been my long-bodied and singular black moor tank. The black moor has to be in there because he won't stop breeding with the fancy girls, like to the point of stressing them out and almost giving them dropsy. It's terrible. But so he has to live with the big boys. And these are my comets, and Sherbumpkin. Thank you so much to Jason for having me on his channel. YouTube is wonderful. FishTube is wonderful. I love being a part of this community, and thank you so much for having me, Jason.
So that was something different for you. Look at a goldfish room, and I think they're sitting on 40 subs, so let's see if we can get them up to 100. If you would like to do an intro to your channel or intro at the start of my channel, then all you have to do is email us at the email address below in the description. Everyone's welcome, so send me a message and I'll work out what you can do for us. So now I'll just take you around the fish room and finish off there. So I haven't spent much time in the fish room the last 7 to 10 days. So I'm just going to have a quick look around, make sure everything's going alright. Not many females are holding, so might need to crank the temperature up. I've got water changes in the next couple of days, so that might spark some breeding. Some of the females are looking a bit skinny, so I might overfeed tonight, do a water change tomorrow. Nothing from the marginatus yet. Starting to colour, so maybe that's the first sign. Not in any real hurry. So there's usually a couple of lawsi holding. As soon as you put the camera on, they all run away. Can't see much over this side. There is a VC10 holding, so I'll have to strip her. And there was an electric yellow, she was busting, so that's her there. I'm probably going to have to strip her tonight. Looks like she's been holding a while because she's getting skinny too, so I think I'll strip her as soon as I finish this video. The glass is dirty, but the lawanda's looking nice. Doesn't look like there's any females holding. A couple of holding bangers. Really skinny. So when you let them hold a while, they get really skinny. So we really need to fatten these guys up. So I'll have to get on that. Looks like she spat again. If I don't strip her straight away, she always spits it out, so it's starting to really annoy me. As I showed you at the beginning of the video, we got some Eureka Reds about to pop. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 ready to pop, so that's probably 100 babies, so I need to get onto that. Got some nice little dolphins down here. They'll be going into my packs. Tanzania. That reminds me, I need to get them some veggie float. Bit dark up there, but they're dolphins, one of my favourite. Got 2 regular female breeders in there. There should be 5 females in there, but only 2 hold, so 3 are just along for the ride, getting a free feed. Some venustus there, cuckoo catfish. None of the venustus are holding, so no cuckoo catfish yet either. Tetraspilus. The males there starting to colour up. I did take another male out. So I only like to have 1 male in each of my breeding tanks. Picked up some Cichlids from Zach. I think I've got 50 of these now, so that's pretty cool. Going to get 3 breeding groups out of there. We've got 1 casualty. That's not too bad. I think I bought 20, I think it gave me a couple extra. So I need to get that floater out of there. So these are good for a tank. These are all water dispenser bottles. So they're good just for emergencies. We just chuck fry in there. They seem to do alright in there, so all good. All the tumblers are pretty much empty, which is a first. As I said, I've been pretty slack the last 7 to 10 days, so I've probably lost a few batches, but it's all good. There's a Tetraspilus male. He's been breeding since he was 3 centimetres. Starting to colour up nicely. I've been plucking the spare males out and selling them off. So that's pretty much it. Got some bristlenose down there. So I'm just got this small oil heater at the moment. And it keeps the room at, what is it, 24 there? But I do have the door open, so. There's the grow out room behind that silver stuff you see there. Thanks to all my subs. I think we got 100 over the last month, so we're growing at a good steady rate, which is good. And we're going to make YouTube Fish Tube worldwide, 1 sub at a time. So thanks to everyone that sent me intros and outros, much appreciated. They're good to add to my videos and help spread the love around. So yeah, that's about it for this episode. I'll see you on Tuesday. We've got something pretty good coming Tuesday, so that's a must watch. It'll be a long one, so you're going to need a beer and a pie. And you get it. You want more tanks, you get more tanks.
Daddy, do this when you're ready.
Tell us when you're ready to go. Let's do fishing hands.
I'm not doing this.
Let's do fishing hands. Do fishing hands.
I'm not. I'm not part of this.
Ready, Parker?
Yes.
Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe down below. On your way out.
Around.
Fishy hands.
Fishy hands.
Give it a big thumbs up if you like it.
Subscribe button, press scroll down.
Down below, on your way out.
On your way out. Okay, now what do you have to say? Fishy hands.
Fishy hands. Okay, what do you want to say? Fishy hands.
Fishy hands.
Don't forget to
Subscribe.
and
Comment down below and when on your way out. Put your thumbs up when you're ready. Quick, one for me.
go. Say go.
What do I have to say?
Don't forget to like and comment down below.
Don't forget to drop comments down below.
Tell Daddy. Ready, set, and go.
Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to drop a comment down below.
Whenever you're ready.
If you'd
Fishy
like,
hands, fishy
Start
hands,
again.
Fishy hands, fishy hands. If you'd like a shout out on,
Cichlids.
head on over to Perth at outlook.com for more details. Fishy hands, quick go, fishy hands.
Fishy hands, quick.